Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be encoding, which means writing. The vowel pattern AU is aw. And let me show you how I go ahead and write some words with aw. The first word I want to write is audit. So I always write by the syllable. So the first syllable is aw, that's AU. And then dit is d, it, d, it. And you can see audit. There's my two syllables. Here's my vowel team and my closed syllable. And notice that aw can begin a word. That's important. I'm going to show you one that has aw in the middle of a word, like the word staunch. So I can tap it, staunch, staunch. If someone is a staunch supporter, that means they're really behind a cause. So you could say she was a staunch supporter of wild animals and having them reintroduced like wolves into the environment. So that means she's all behind it. So here we go for staunch. St, aw, n, ch, staunch. And there's my AU pattern. It has a blend in the front, has a digraph in it. Let me show you another one. This word is sauce, sauce, aw. And then s is actually not an S, it's a C. And the way they get the s sound is because it's followed by an E. And you remember that anytime C is followed by an E or it's followed by an I, you're going to hear the S sound, like in the word scent and city. So there it is in the middle of words. Here it was in the first syllable. I'm going to show you a word where it's in the first syllable again. How about laundry? So again, I write by the syllable. On. So here it is. On. Lawn. And then dree. Der. And we know that if I have an E sound at the end of a word that's two or more syllables, I'm going to use the letter Y because the Y sounds like an E on a two-syllable or more word. So there's laundry. Here's one where it has a blend at the front and I can add the suffix. So the word is flaunting. So I'm never going to tap out an ending or a suffix. I'm just going to tap out flaunt, flaunt, and then I'm going to add the ing on the end. So watch me write it. Flaunt, flaunt, and then I'm just going to put the suffix ing. And I'm going to check my work. Yep, there's my vowel pattern, my vowel team, AU, says aw. And here's my suffix ing. Let's try one with three syllables. So the word exhausted has three syllables, but I know it has a base word of just exhaust. So again, I'm going to write by the syllable. X is X. There's my first syllable. Exhaust. Now I know it has an H here. It's silent. You can't really hear it. Exhaust. And there's my blend. And remember, I wanted to write it in past tense, exhausted, but I never tap out my suffixes. I can just write it. Now it does start with a vowel, this, but I don't have to do anything to the end of the word exhaust. I can just write that right on there. Let's do one more. How about applaud? And then we can put applauded. So here we go. We're only going to write the base word applaud, and we're going to write it by the syllable. So plod is plod, plod. So there's applaud. I spelled it correctly, and then I want to add ed because it's up in past tense, applauded. Last night we went to the concert and we applauded the band. It means you showed your appreciation, you clapped for them, you applauded. Okay, so remember I was saying that AU is used in, it can be seen in the first syllable, right beginning a word, or it can be used in a one syllable word where it's in the middle, or in two syllable words, that's okay. It does not end words. Like law would be another vowel pattern, okay? Or claw. Notice how these are at the end of a word, so you wouldn't end it like this. L-A-U. We just don't end with this vowel team. It's always tucked in the middle of a syllable, or maybe it's at the beginning of a word. So these would be reserved for another vowel team to come along and end a syllable and end a word, like law or claw. So today we were encoding with the vowel team of AU. AU says ah.